Edwin Sammon of knowledge now. The podcast that you are listening to. Doing a little bit of karaoke. Is karaoke in isolation. A Damsky killer featuring Seal. So you want to be free to live your life the way you wanna be. Can't go out, stay inside. Will you get the virus or will you not get the virus? Painted hearts heal with time. Oh, shoot that love if they're infected, so we can stop the end. Bow, bow, bow. Hey guys, welcome. It's episode 13, and things are going well. We're not going to hell yet. It looks like we've flattened the curve here in Ireland. Solitary brother, is there still a part of you that wants to get out and go to the pub? Solitary sister, is there still a part of you that wants to make love? Solitary brother, is there still a part of you that wants to wear gloves? Only in the winter. The weather's so nice it's hard to wear gloves, because it's nice and warm outside. You only wear gloves in the winter time. Or if you have poor circulation in your hands, in your feet, in your extremities. Yeah, exposed to the air. Everything goes out of your head if you're not wearing a hat. They say that all the heat goes out the top of your head, but that's a common misconception. In fact, it goes out from whatever part of your body is exposed. Yeah, it's the podcast. Hey guys, hope you're all coming up now. This is Adamski featuring Seal, but he's not featuring on this one because I couldn't get him on the podcast. But guys, welcome to episode 13. Unlucky for some, but not for me. I don't believe in bad luck. I think it's superstitious nonsense. People who complain, they say, oh, don't open an umbrella indoors because it's bad luck. It's not bad luck, it's just unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. That's what I say. Now superstition, no rabbit's foot, no lucky horseshoe. I don't have any singer, I don't spit at magpies. I leave them alone. Leave the magpies alone on the phone. Don't leave me hanging on too long, for the magpies are too long. Sometimes when I improvise, the lyrics, they don't come out right, because I can't think of anything to say in the moment. But that's okay, everybody makes mistakes, nobody's perfect. And even Seal isn't right all of the time, but when he likes you, he gives you his seal of approval. It's the only reason he named himself Seal, 'cause he could use puns and things like that. It's not because he swims like a bullet through the water, sometimes 40 miles an hour. No, that's too fast. More like 40 kilometers an hour. He doesn't like fish that much. It's kind of ironic, 'cause his name is Seal. If you're gonna have Self-apply the name seal. You should really be into fish. Oh, sorry. I thought all them synths had left. There was just one synth there at the end. Guys, welcome to the podcast. Oh, wait, sorry, 2 synths. My mistake. It's episode 13. You're very, very welcome. I mean, you're not in the house or anything, but you're welcome. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I'm welcome in your ears. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Special shout out goes to Jim from Scotland. Jim, you know who you are. You're listening to us in Scotland. You're a very nice man. You're a long-time review pal. And now you're a salmon skin. That's what I'm going to call people who listen to my podcast. I'm going to call them salmon skin in a nice, lilting Edinburgh brogue. Not Glasgow. Although I love Glasgow, lovely city, lovely people. But they talk like this and you can't understand what you're saying. Guys, there's a special reason why I've done an extra long singing intro. It's not because I'm running out of content. It's because I like to sing along and make up funny lyrics. And hopefully it all works out in the end. But get this, right? Myself and Cara, my beloved Cara, who we're both in this beautiful apartment in the middle of the city. And, you know, we're isolated. We're reaching out to people. And one way people are reaching out to each other is they are doing 728. They are doing these kind of Instagram things or Twitter things. They're all social media things where you basically, you tag someone, hey, name the first 5 people you had sex with and tag them, and then they have to do it. So, not that, but, name this, name that. What's your favorite album? What's your favorite chocolate? And then there was one challenge. It's not really a challenge. It's just like, hey, put this up. It was post your first pic as a couple together. So me and Cara put up definitely our first picture. It wasn't our second picture, and we didn't put up the first one because we both agreed that we looked terrible in the first picture. And it was taken with a flash in the back of a pub late at night. And maybe we were a little bit worse for wear and not, ready for the picture. And we didn't get a chance because, no one takes one picture. You take a couple and you kind of go, all right, let's readjust and take that again. We didn't do that. No, we put up definitely our first picture together. And Cara posted it up on our Instagram stories. And people were looking at it. And then all of a sudden, this morning, she saw that Seal, the singer Seal, who sang that song, Killer, most famously he sang Kiss from a Rose, which he wrote specifically for a Batman film. So make of that what you will. He's an eccentric genius, I think, if he's writing Kiss from a Rose. It's such a romantic song to have in a film about a billionaire man driven mad by his parents' death who lashes out by dressing up as a giant Batman and dispensing justice on the streets of Gotham. So that's why he wrote that tender love song. He saw the movie and went, I've got just the tune for your wacky, crazy Batman film, Mr. Schumacher. Yeah, so he viewed the story. Now, we can only assume that he liked it. And, Cara was... I thought she was going to be delighted with it, and she was kind of delighted with it. I said, like, Seal, and she was like, I know, what a honey. And I thought, okay, I didn't realize she liked Seal that much. And she said, oh yes, he was married to Heidi Klum. They used to have wonderful Halloween costumes every year, and then they split up, and she started going out with someone very soon afterwards. And he said, yeah, and then he was all pissed off with her, and then they got back together again, and then they had kids, and then they had lost their kids, and they found them again. And I didn't realize she knew so much weirdly accurate and also contradictory facts about Seal and his marriage to Heidi Klum. But apparently she does. So Seal has come into our lives. So we're hoping now, with a bit of catfishing and a bit of blackmail, we can get Seal to sing Kiss from a Rose at our wedding. So that is the thing now. I'm going to hopefully Seal follow me online. I mean, I'm not followed by too many famous people. I'm followed by Chris Barron, who is the lead singer from the Saw Doctors. Oh, no, sorry, not the Saw Doctors, the Spin Doctors. Oh, God. No, yeah, you're a man who wrote N17. No, two princes. Princes who adore you. Let's go ahead now. Marry him or marry me. I'm a wanna love a baby, can't you see? I ain't got no future of a family tree, but I'm a wanna pretty lover ought to be. I'm a wanna pretty lover ought to be. I said if you know that tune from the Spin Doctors, yeah, which is played at the end of every Dream Come live performance. So I've heard that many times, at least 70 times, probably more. He follows me. And Stephen Ireland, the former Irish football soccer, to you Americans who are listening, or Canadians, he was a soccer guy, and he said, like, his granny, his grandma, you call them grannies here, his granny, like, died, and he said, I can't play the game because my grandmother has just died. And I went, oh my God, that's terrible, Stephen. And then they rang up the granny just to make sure she was dead. And then he said, no, I'm fine. I'm still kicking it. I'm still Granny Ireland. And then they said, hey, Stephen, what's going on here? You said your granny was dead, and we just rang her, and she sounds fine. Dead people don't usually talk on the telephone, and we just, assumed she was alive because she was talking. And he said, oh, no, it's the other granny. I meant the other granny. And I said, okay, everyone has two grannies. And then they rang that granny, and she said, no, I'm fine. And they went, what's going on here, Stephen? And then he said, oh, it's my third granny. And they went, wait a minute, people don't have third grannies. And he went, all right, I admitted it. And it was a big hullabaloo. Well, he just, his girlfriend was sick or something. She had a medical condition, whatever. But why can't people just say that? Why do you have to spin a web of lies and deceit where you just end up like a paranoid spider caught in your own web, hoisted by your own petard, and you're saying, why did I put on this petard incorrectly? Now I've been hoisted on it. Yes, that guy. So those are the famous. These are the circles I run in on social media. Seal, Stephen Ireland, and Chris Barron from the Spin Doctors. Unfortunately, none of the Saw Doctors follow me online. I know, it's a crying shame. Anyway, guys, we're going to take a short commercial break, and we're going to be back with the latest jury update. That's right, jury has emailed me with an update on my previous episode, a religious rebuttal. So we'll be back after these short messages. Bum, 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 bad break. Guys, Jerry is emailing me again. Here is his email. Hi Ed, having a lot to say this morning after our long chat last night. And then it continues in what is the longest email he has ever sent me. So straight away, he's lying to me. No sign of the April showers. We could do with a bit of seasonal weather for the flowers that bloom in May. Yep, he's right. And then the next paragraph kind of confused me a little bit. He said, hope to finish the painting today. And I was like, what? What's he painting? Is he doing nudes of mother? Titanic style? Looks good so far. I was like, well, I suppose, she's a good-looking woman for her age. Need to check on the other delivery before I start. I was like, what's going on? What has he ordered? Don't want it to arrive in the middle of the painting. I was like, yeah, because the postman would see the nudeness. And he likes to paint in the nude as well. No, I'm joking. My dad, I was like, oh, of course, he's not painting. He's painting a wall with a sort of an off-white with a hint of lemon. Or I think it's a barley, it's called. He said barley. And I said, Jerry, that goes in your porridge. And the other delivery is he's getting briquettes. He's getting 2 pallets of briquettes, which is French for turf fuel. Peat fuel, rather. He'll correct me on that. Your praise of Father Pat was nice and well deserved. Yeah, it was. Father Pat was the cool priest. He wasn't a cool priest. He was just a nice priest. Because when priests try to be cool, it's sad and pathetic. but he was just sound. He was just a nice man, a young enough priest. And then he reminded me of something. He said, when he says Mass, it is unhurried but reverent, and his homilies are short and to the point. There's a story that a former parish priest thought that he was too fast saying Mass. And yeah, this was a thing when Father Pat first came to town. Everyone's like, ooh, new, cool, young priest. And I said, well, he's not cool, he's just nice. And apparently loads of people were going to his masses because his masses were so quick that we're like, oh, you just get in and out, get your blessings and all that sort of stuff. And we heard, or there was a rumor that some of the older priests in the seminary, no, not seminary, in the house, in the priest house, we go live to priest house. Cam priests are saying Mass for you. Actually, I'm joking, but that's an actual thing now, because my dad has been going online to attend Mass because he can't leave the house because he's in his 70s. So here we go. There was a story, this is Jerry's email, there was a story that a former parish priest thought that he was too fast saying Mass. On mentioning it to him, Father Pat is said to have replied, "Did I leave anything out?" Wow, what a badass line. He probably said in his head, "Motherfucker." Oh, I'm sorry. Did I leave anything out? So it's like, oh, beautiful. And then Jerry signs off with, as Don Williams said, quote, "Lord, I hope this day is good." And then he says, and better ones to come. Check it out on YouTube. Love, Dad. Kiss, kiss. Check it out on YouTube. I will check it out on YouTube. I'll check it all out on YouTube. Incidentally, this podcast is available on YouTube. And people have been nice. Some guy called Tom. Hi, Tom. If you're listening to this, which is about 20 minutes in, because I put one up, like a 28-minute episode, and 4 minutes in, he went, "Great episode." I was like, "So far?" Or so. I think he's being nice, because people aren't usually. Well, people always complain and love to complain and love to say things are terrible, but also I've learned people like to say that things are nice. So who knows? Is that it? So 20 minutes in, and I was speaking of and guys, my grandparents, both sets of my grandparents have passed away, but just thinking about Stephen Ireland there and his granny gate, where he denied both of his grannies, and then the cock crowed at noon, and then he went, "Oh no, what have I done?" And then he had to go and kiss a chicken in a garden as a sign to the Romans. I'm paraphrasing from that book, Jesus Christ and the Deathly Hallows. So, hey, that's an old stand-up bit. And I miss the old stand-up, I really do. I was looking through my notes the other day, and I was like looking at all these things that I was trying to... Jokes, basically. And I had this joke about counterfeit pornography, like trying to make jokes about things like, well, what could you have counterfeit that really wouldn't work as a counterfeit thing? And I thought, pornography. Yes. And it was counterfeit pornography. And it was like a TV report. The men were stopped at the border with up to 17 boxes full of counterfeit pornography with an estimated street value of €2 million. And then I was like, what the hell is counterfeit pornography? And it's just like, I think maybe it's like shaved chimps wearing like famous people masks that you get in joke shops. Shaved chimps having sex. Because sometimes animal sex can be surprisingly disturbing. And I discovered this last night when myself and Cara were watching Life of Mammals. Because I have Life of Mammals on DVD. It's an old series from like 2002 with David Attenborough going around the world. Looking at mammals and looking at the evolution of mammals. And there's a bit in it where David Attenborough is in the back of his house in his garden in London, and he's watching two hedgehogs having a ride. And I was like, this is amazing. This is like when TV was new and different. But he's like sitting in a wooden chair and he's watching a hedgehog come out, and he's feeding it minced meat, because people feed hedgehogs like bread, hot, warm, milky bread. Don't feed that. They don't find warm, milky bread in the wild. They find meat, and they eat meat. And the hedgehog comes out. It's neither a hedge nor is it a hog. I don't know why it's called a hedgehog. I don't have any knowledge on that or facts on that. If anyone knows, let me know. Jerry, if you know, tell me in the next phone call. But the hedgehog is there, and then it's a female, and then a male comes out and starts chasing it around in this kind of like slow chase around the garden. And then, as the old saying goes, David Attenborough said himself, how does a hedgehog make love? Very carefully. And the hedgehog, what happens is the female can flatten her spines in order to make it easier for the male to mount her. And sure enough, she does. And he very carefully goes on. And then all of a sudden, I caught a glimpse of the hedgehog penis. And oh my God, it was just disturbing. Because it's very... you know the way a dog penis is like a lipstick? They call it lipstick. We used to call it lipstick when we were kids. Oh, look at the dog's lipstick. And then it'd jump on you. And you'd have to squirm away. Oh, God! So disturbing. But this was like a dog's penis, except very round at the end. So it was actually like an actual lipstick, or like a chapstick thing, like that, but twice as long and red on the end, and very low down. And it was just disturbing. I hadn't expected to see. When I woke up yesterday morning, I didn't think, well, by the end of this day, I'm going to see a hedgehog penis entering a hedgehog vagina. So it was disturbing, but very romantic, as the hedgehog's throbbing member entered the lady hedgehog's quivering love pudding. It accepted his member like an old friend returning home after many years away at sea. So guys, I think that's about it. But I've got a special treat for you here at the end. There's going to be a little bit of sing-song, and then I'm going to throw in from an old clip from February. It's me doing stand-up. It's less than 2 minutes. It's a little introduction about my name and whatnot coming up after this song. So hang on for that, and then I'll see you soon. Ba da 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 ba da do ba da 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 do 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 Salmon of. There used to be a bit of knowledge inside of my head, and then I lost the knowledge I knew about things. But now I know lots of things, mainly about movies, no real knowledge about grown-up things. Baby, I can hear you to a kiss from a rose. If a rose had lips, it wouldn't kiss you square on the mouth. Now that this rose is in bloom, give it a kiss and get out. Ba-da-dum, da-dum, bye, 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 bye. See you soon. I'm Edwin Sammon, that's my real name, in case some of you are wondering, because some people ask me sometimes, is Edwin Sammon a stage name? I go, yeah, it's a fucking stage name, yeah. I sat down with a blank piece of paper and my marketing team, and we worked through the night. They did the research, they came back, I said, what's the research say, guys? What are people laughing at? Fish? Okay. Right, don't find fish that hilarious. What else? Absentee Protestant landowner names. They're really hot right now. Okay. Did not expect those two things to cross over in the Venn diagram of comedy names, but hey! And we worked through the night. We were like, come on, Freddy Fish Cakes. Trevor Trout. Billy Big Mouth Bass. Ignatius Octopus. No, it's too highbrow. There's no alliteration there. Willie the Whale. Oh, I really like Willie the Whale. It was between Willie the Whale and Edwin Sammon for a while. It was William the Whale, and then it was like less formal, Willie the Whale. And then I did the research. Turns out there's a porn star in Longford. I didn't know about him either, guys. He's kind of in his late 50s, to mid 70s. He does a lot of niche, kind of nautical porn, which is a new kind of porn that's just been invented. He does all this kind of weird mermaid stuff, but it's all like mutant mermaid. So he plays a mutant merman, so he's got like the top half of a man and the bottom half of a man. And then he has sex with a woman who's a mutant mermaid, who's top half of a woman, bottom half of a woman, they're mutants. And actually, wait, I think I was just watching regular porn.